I want to start off by apologizing to y'all because I didn't stream yesterday. I had to pivot yesterday. I was gonna stream, but then I found something and I needed time to set it up correctly. I found a new play. I'm not gonna give the sauce. I'm not gonna get the sauce. I might give it to the Discord one day. This one I'm gatekeeping, but anyways, don't ask me what it is. So I found something I needed to take care of yesterday and I got super excited about it and I just wanted to handle it right then and there. And I wasn't able to stream because of it. And if you're out of the loop, some crazy stuff has been happening in the gaming industry, and I know people want to hear my take on it. I think it started like Sunday evening, well into Monday. It just kept getting worse and worse. If you're in the chat, don't spoil it. Just allow me to set the stage. Let's set the stage, okay? Because we're gonna have fun today. It's time for the Xbox community to get this work. And before, because you know I'm gonna upload this shit to YouTube. Before any of you weasel ass niggas in the comments, oh, you must be a Sony fanboy. No, I'm not broke. I got a Switch. I got a PC. I got a Mac. I don't even know why I said Mac. I got an Xbox. I got two Macs actually. I got an Xbox. We play every platform over here. But I do like to make fun of people. I do like to troll. So let me set the stage for y'all. Let me really break down this story because we could just get into the article. But let me really set the stage for y'all. Okay. So maybe like a year ago, I think Phil Spencer was like on some podcast or something like that. I don't know. I read an article about it. And he gave a quote, and it was something, and I'm paraphrasing, so forgive me if I don't get it 100% correct, Xbox fanboys. But he said something along the lines of, Microsoft needs to turn this ship around, and Xbox needs to become profitable if they want to continue to produce hardware in the foreseeable future. Basically, Xbox is not making them money. And from my understanding, Xbox has never really made Microsoft any money. And I guess the Game Pass play isn't working well enough. But when that quote had came out like a year ago or so, let me turn the beat down. I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't think much of it because I'm like, they're gonna find a way to turn this ship around, right? They're gonna find a way to turn this ship around. But then news came out that it perked my ears up. The original article that I saw was Starfield was coming to the PlayStation 5. Yo, shout out to Azura with the subs. I gotta turn the alerts off because I gotta get my bag here. The original article I saw was that Starfield was supposed to come to the PlayStation 5. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think much of it because it's Starfield. I mean, it was kind of undercooked. It is what it is. And it was just one game, right? It was just one. It is weird that they paid billions of dollars for Bethesda and they just give their exclusive right away, right? But even still, it was just one game, whatever, right? I think that was like Sunday evening that news had broke. Monday, I woke up. What up, Zuri in the chat? Monday, I wake up. And because I'm on the West Coast, I've already missed the explosion of news. Because I guess this news broke on East Coast time. I wake up and I check the Twitter timeline, and Xbox niggas are losing their shit. Now, why? The original rumor started off as Starfield to PS5, but the new rumor is all the Xbox exclusives are going to the PS5, and to take it a step further, now the rumor is Xbox could potentially become the new Sega. See, I'm old. I'm old enough to remember when there were 4 players in the console space. It used to be Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, and Sega. They used to have consoles. It wasn't selling well, so they became a third-party producer. Now the rumor is there's potential that if this Xbox doesn't start selling, Xbox could become the new Sega and go third-party. The rumor is all them niggas games are going to PlayStation. I gotta pull this list up. I was like, oh my God. Now, me personally, let's get something straight. Before I even pull this article up. Me personally, I don't care. I'm pro-consumer. So if like these games come to PlayStation, it doesn't hurt me because I don't have an affinity towards any console. I got all of them anyway, so I'm gonna play them regardless. But you know, the Xbox fanboy, like this put a damper on, like, you know how they, like, historians say there's always a turning point in every war. Like in World War II, the turning point was when America showed up, came in, and saved the world, right? That was the turning point. When fucking Japan pulled up on Pearl Harbor, niggas was like, we are not having that. Like this might be the turning point. This might be the turning point in the console war. And I personally just get a kick out of all of this shit because niggas was in Twitter spaces crying. Bro, I saved all this shit because I was like, we're talking about that. I gotta pull this up on my fucking stream. I saved all this shit. Niggas posted, I found a tweet. This nigga posted on Twitter. He took his Xbox to GameStop and traded it in, and then he posted the receipt because he was so fucking mad. And to make this shit worse, right? Okay, I got the list. Let me bring this up. Let me get all this shit because I gotta pull out the receipts. This shit is so fucking funny, man. Okay. I'm gonna pull this over here. I should have been had this shit ready to go. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, yeah, the next podcast is gonna be fucking funny. All right, so here's the official list of games that are rumored to be coming to the PlayStation 5. And remember, keep in mind, last year, Xbox signed a deal with Nintendo, a 10-year deal, a partnership, that some of their games would be coming to Nintendo. So I feel like this is one thing that's getting lost in translation. There's a possibility that not only these games come to PlayStation, but they also come to the Switch 2 whenever that drops. Or the Switch, whatever, probably the Switch 2, because that's gonna be more powerful. The new Indiana Jones that hasn't came out. Starfield. Doom Year Zero. Hi-Fi Rush. See ya. Yo, shout out to Omar with the sub. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Halo Infinite. The Master Chief Collection. I don't even know what the fuck this is. Pentiment? Grounded. The Gears of War series. Hellblade 2. And because of all these games come out, whatever they're working on that we're unaware of, there's a chance it could come to this shit too. Now, I'm like, yo, when the first article dropped about Starfield, I was like, that's a 50-50. I need Xbox to come out and see. Then this whole list came out, and every major publication, because at first it just started off on some like random Twitter accounts like this shit right here, right? But every major publication started picking this shit up. I'm like, oh, there must be smoke, because I believe where there's smoke, there's fire. When I was a kid, I was in a play, and I had to stand on stage and I had to sing a song, and it used to go like this: Smokey the Bear, growling and a rowling with a sniff in the air. He can sniff the fire before the starts a flame. That's how we know there's Smokey the Bear. So like, where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't know why I said that. I'm drinking. That's a true story, by the way. That's a true story. That's the first thing I ever performed. I think I was like in the first grade. I still remember that shit. That's the first thing I ever performed on stage, Smokey the Bear, in front of hundreds of people. My parents make fun of me. My parents make fun of me to this day because of that shit. I don't remember why I remember that shit. But anyways, it taught a valuable lesson. It taught me that where there's smoke, there's fire. So I say that to say this. This was the final nail in the coffin. The rumors were rumbling so much on the internet that the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, tweeted out, "We're listening and we hear you. We've been planning a business update event for next week. We look forward to sharing more details with you about the vision of the future of Xbox. Stay tuned." Now, he didn't confirm that this rumor is true. All their games are going third party, but he put this statement out. I'm saying there's at least a 50% chance there's at least some truth to this. Next week, we're getting the Xbox event, and next week, you best believe we will be streaming it. And we will be on standby because the Xbox fans that fight the console war will be on suicide alert. I saw this meme. This shit had me fucking dying, bro. This shit had me. Yeah, we might be cooked translation. This shit had me dying. The lies of Phil Spencer. These niggas is mad. Hold up. Let me find the receipt. Let me go on my messages. Like I said, I saved all this shit I found. This shit had me fucking dying. Okay. This guy, I don't know who this is, but he's an Xbox fanboy. Which, by the way, since this news broke, my YouTube algorithm has been nothing but Xbox fanboys crying, and it has me fucking dying. Shout out to Trey, shout out to AJ, shout out to everybody subbing. This man went to GameStop after the news broke and traded in his Xbox, and then posted the receipt on Twitter to let the world know, fuck Phil Spencer and fuck Xbox. He don't want to be a soldier in the Xbox army no more, bruh. He don't want to be. This shit is so fucking fun. Then I found this article. Major Xbox influencers pull support over multi-platform rumors. Over the weekend, it was claimed that major Xbox exclusives, including Starfield, Hi-Fi Rush, and Indiana Jones, could be released on the PlayStation 5 as part of a significant strategy shift for Microsoft's gaming division. On Monday, it was claimed that Microsoft is even considering bringing the Gears of War franchise to PlayStation. Grown-ass dudes acting like this shit is funny. Although not yet officially confirmed, the reports have led to a major backlash within the Xbox community, including some notable Xbox influencers with large followings. What the fuck is that? Xbox? Yeah, that's crazy. Who are unhappy the games previously marketed as Xbox exclusives could be made available to other console platforms. Notable Xbox exclusive influencer, I don't know how to say it, Colobrio from the Reset Era forum to confirm they're taking steps to wind down their account. Oh my God, this nigga's sunsetting his account. No! He announced he's sunsetting his account. No. Yo, hold up. Let me change the music. This music is not appropriate. We gotta get the proper Naruto sad music. No, not my Xbox points. It's sad music time. Guys, I don't know if you heard, but Colobro from the world-renowned Reset Era forum, one of the most prominent members of the forum, confirmed he will be sunsetting his account since the announcement. This guy is he's a most well-known personality in the Xbox community with over 150,000 followers on Twitter, including a following from the boss Phil Spencer himself, Sarah Bond, and the entire marketing PR leadership team. Xbox lost. This nigga released a statement. He released a statement. This is like the Xbox version of Wan Yu. No. This is Microsoft's Lubu. They lost Microsoft's Lubu. He released a statement on Twitter and he said, this time, listening will not be enough. This time, execution, credibility and connection to previously made statements, and moving towards fans is all that matters. For me, for your brand, and for your community. Remember too, the lies of Phil, and the dude who posted that receipt. I don't feel the need to storm the beaches anymore. It went from the lies of JG to the lies of Phil Spencer. Now, on a more serious note, I thought about this a little bit more, right? Jokes aside, here's my take. That's the joking side of it, like watching a bunch of grown-ass men cry about this shit. I will say, my initial response to this is I was like, what's the big deal? Because I'm like, for me, I'm pro-consumer. This means more people get get access to the games that everybody claims that they love. So I'm like, what's the big deal? If you claim you love Starfield or this Indiana Jones game coming out, what's the big deal that the PlayStation people get to play it, right? And then I saw a tweet that kind of changed my perspective. I was like, you know what? I was like, that's a valid point. I will say I do feel like most of the Xbox fanboys are just upset that they lost a talking point in the console war because they're weird as shit. But one valid point I did see about this is the real big issue with this is if it comes out that this is true and Xbox is more focusing on third party, this is going to reduce competition. So this could end up fucking over the consumer, and I'll explain why. It fucks over the consumer because then it becomes a duopoly. In my opinion, proper competition needs like at least 3-4 options. Everybody knows what a monopoly is, but a lot of times I feel like people glaze over the concept of a duopoly, which is 2 major companies. The duopoly business model is an example of why the internet is trash in most places in America. It's because most of the internet in America is run by Comcast and I think either Spectrum or Verizon. I think it's Verizon. So like basically they just split down the map and they say you take this piece and we take this piece. They don't mess with each other, and it fucks over the consumer because then they can do whatever the fuck they want. It's basically the same thing. And so then I sat back and I thought about it, and then Marvel, DC, Comcast, AT. So I sat back and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That's a valid point. If you take the stance of being a console fanboy, you're weird as shit. But if you're taking the stance of you don't like this because then it reduces the market down to PlayStation versus Nintendo, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We don't want to live in a world where there's only PlayStation and Nintendo. Jokes aside, I think we do need Xbox. I wish Sega would come back. Because the reality is, niggas love PlayStation, but PlayStation be the quickest to fuck people over, man. You remember how they tried to pretend like they were pro-consumer when they announced the PS4 with the whole ad where they was like, oh, you can sell your games and this is how you do it. Then the very next generation, they started jacking up prices and doing a bunch of other dumb shit. If we live in a world where it's only PlayStation and Nintendo, oh my God, yeah. Keep in mind too, you only got those free PlayStation Plus games every month because of Xbox. That's an example of how but how competition is good. So if they put their exclusives on PS5, whatever, but I hope they don't stop making hardware, and I hope they don't stop doing the Game Pass. None of that's been like rumored, but like I hope they don't exit the console space as a whole, and they really go into depth on what's their strategy for the future. Because in the long run, it is gonna fuck over the consumer. I could see that. I was like, that's a valid argument. That's a valid argument. So we're gonna see. Next week, there is going to be an Xbox event. There hasn't been any details on when it's supposed to be, but we know it's coming. And trust and believe, I will be streaming that. Yeah, the next podcast is gonna go crazy. Trust and believe, we will be streaming that. It's gonna be a fun show. Let's move on to the next bits of news. I saved some other stuff. Hold on, let me go into my messages. I saved myself a bunch of articles. If more of this stuff goes to other platforms, what's the point of getting their hardware over theirs? Yeah, they're gonna have to make a compelling argument if they keep doing hardware. Off the top of my head, if they put their games on PS5 and they still sell hardware, an angle I could see them taking is the benefit would be it's cheaper to get into the Xbox ecosystem. Like they could do put their games on PS5, but the best place is to play them on Xbox because I don't know, they slashed the Xbox price by like $100 or something like that. They could do something like that. I don't know. Or keep the Game Pass exclusive to Xbox. It's just their games are coming to PS5. They could do things, but it's just like, I don't know if that's enough to convince people to stay on it. Like, I feel like people still might go to PS5. Let's see. We got some stories. Got a lot of stories, actually. Game Pass is not enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel like Game Pass is enough. Especially because people are on such tight budgets with inflation, cost of living's going up. People are gonna look at it like, is this worth it? Yo, shout out to Dell with the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate it. It looks like Xbox don't got no games, man, and they did it to themselves. I honestly forgot I have Game Pass most of the time. I do too, but I do pay for it for a year up front, and the reason being is like, as long as I get like 2 or 3 games off the Game Pass, then it pays for itself, and I always do. So for me, like, it's okay. But for like the more budget conscious person, I can see how that being an issue. Let's see. I'm done talking about this. I'm done flaming them up. I was excited to talk about this shit. I'm not gonna lie, the next podcast is probably gonna be funny as shit because I want to hear their takes on everything. I get Game Pass for free as a Microsoft employee. Okay, shout out to you. This was an interesting piece of news that broke last night. When does that record? I don't know, probably for another week or two because we just dropped one. There's rumors going around that Elden Ring Mobile is in development. Elden Ring was released in 2022 and became a phenomenal success overnight, going on. Yeah, we know. It was recently revealed by sources close to Reuters that a mobile version of Elden Ring is in development at Tencent, with the Chinese firm having acquired the licensing rights for Elden Ring mere months after the game was released. They must have just got the mobile licensing rights. I'm like, doesn't For Software have the I don't know. In the report published by Reuters, it was revealed that the creation of a mobile Elden Ring title is an attempt by Tencent to freshen up its lineup of games. It was said that a team of a few dozen people have been hard at work on the portable title, but in the words of Reuters sources, progress has been slow. What a surprise. A big, open, vast world on the fucking iPhone and Droid. I would imagine like Elden Ring is probably going to be hard to port to mobile devices. Not only is like the level design like amazing with all the vibrant colors, but then there's just shit all over the map too. Like, how are they going to do that? And like in Elden Ring, you could see a lot of the shit from the distance too. So it's like the draw distance on the mobile version is probably going to be ass. I have a question on my About tab on Twitch. How do I edit that tab? I looked up so many videos on how to edit it, but I can't figure it out. I just need help. The About section? You just click edit. Is that it? Like here, you click edit panels. Or are you talking about this? This is in your settings. Anyways. But yeah, you got to be on desktop if you're on phone. You got to have a computer, my boy. It was stressed that Tencent's endeavors to make Elden Ring Mobile a free-to-play title with in-app purchases, which is common enough operating model for mobile games, even if it's one of the players aren't overly fond of it. This would align closely with the likes of Genshin Impact, an overwhelmingly successful game created by Tencent. Free-to-play? I feel like that takes the soul out of the game. If they take the free-to-play route, I would hope it's only for like skins. If you're able to buy the best weapons and the best armor, motherfuckers gonna be like, oh, I beat Millennia. Which version? The mobile version. You bought the Rivers of Blood? You bought a Moonveil? All right, buddy. or pay for runes. That's a good point. Pay for fucking runes. Just buy 1,000,000 runes and instantly level up your character. Fuck out of here. Hopefully they keep the essence of the game true to itself and not turn it into a fucking mobile hack. And then also, this better have controller support. I hate to break it to you, but I don't see this game working with mobile touchscreen controls. This game requires a lot of precision because it's difficult, unless they make the game easy. But if this is a port and it's going to remain hard, I hope it has controller support or this shit's going to fail. It's going to flop. So look out for that. It would be cool if they put some exclusive content on here, like exclusive boss fights or something like that. Pay $10 to skip a boss. Who's ready for the Elden Ring Battle Pass? Woo, 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 woo. Remain hard. It'll pause. You know what the fuck I'm in. Get the fuck out of here. Square Enix is reportedly set to significantly overhaul how it makes its games following flat sales despite the release of a mainline Final Fantasy game. According to Bloomberg, Square Enix director and president told analysts this week that the company's new structure will be announced by spring 2024 and put in place in time for the start of April and aims to improve the quality of the company's games. You hear that? You hear that, chat? You hear all you Final Fantasy 16 apologists? That game sucks. 11 hours of cutscenes. I don't even understand why this company is doing an overhaul. You don't need to do an overhaul. Just make the game fun. Focus on gameplay. Little more gameplay, little less cutscenes, okay? We don't need to do a company overhaul of that shit, bruh. But all you fucking, only reason I brought this article up is for all you Final Fantasy 16 apologists. Even they acknowledge, it was a little mid. Didn't really sell that well. Couldn't have been that good if nobody bought it. So I'm interested to see what they do with this. Shout out to the 500 people we got on here. Final Fantasy 15 too. I'm not gonna sit on this too much, but Star Wars Jedi Survivor, they took home a Grammy. Also, shout out to Killer Mike, he took home a Grammy. I did a video on Killer Mike's album. Not a lot of y'all watched it, but I tried to put y'all on. Maybe y'all go back and watch. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and pull that up one time for you. Let's see. Didn't he get arrested? I don't know. Let me see. When did this video come out? 6 months ago. 6 months ago. Hardly anybody watched this video. I tried to put people on. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop that link. You got hella people on the Twitter timeline. I seen somebody like, how Killer Mike get it over fucking Ice Spice. I tried to put y'all on to the album 6 months ago. Niggas didn't pay attention, just trying to be a going against the grain YouTuber once again. But it looks like I knew what the fuck I was talking about because the album won a Grammy. Check the video out when you get a chance. Check a video out when you get a chance. I be trying, man. Can't nobody say I be trying, I don't be trying, bro. What was I about to say? Yeah, that Andre 3000 on here. Let's talk about some Call of Duty. People think popularity means it's automatically better. The unfortunate thing about most people is a lot of people have never created anything, so they don't understand what like actual art is. You and one of my OG hip hop heads told me to listen to it, and I'm glad I did. And you know, I don't be on that bullshit. I don't be on that fuck all the. I be looking for newer people to like. I don't like a lot of the newer people, but I do be looking. But I also try to put people on the shit. It's a great album for the gym. The crazy part is the album's got bangers on it. It's got bars on it, I mean, but it also got bangers on it. It's a good combination of bars and bangers. Good beats, I mean. It's not one of those albums. Yo, me and your pops was hanging out at the school. We had a Kango hats on, feeling real cool. Dope dealers hanging out by the spot. Seen a bad little girl and she was really hot. It's not one of those. It's not one of those albums. Let me tell you about a story. Exclusive Call of Duty to embrace open world campaigns in Black Ops Gulf War and beyond. This year, Call of Duty is set to embrace an open world campaign in Black Ops Gulf War. I keep saying golf. I cannot pronounce Gulf. Insider Gaming has learned. It won't be the first time the series has seen an open world-esque campaign, though, as this is the first glimpse of what such a campaign could look like, was first explored with Modern Warfare 3 and its open world missions. However, sources explain that unlike Modern Warfare 3, Gulf War's campaign has been built from the ground up rather than using assets from previous entries. So basically, they're going to try. This won't be like Modern Warfare 3. They're actually going to try. Currently, the game's open world will see the player and their squad navigate the map more akin to that of Far Cry than anything we've seen before in the Call of Duty universe. Players will be able to utilize vehicles to get around, as well as using a fast travel system to get from point A to the next. Although the scope has been very linear missions, there will remain Although the scope of how many linear missions there will be remains to be seen. That was structured weird. Sources confirm that some linear missions will be integrated into the game. The campaign, developed by Raven Software, will return. We'll see the return of some Black Ops characters, including Alder, and you'll be a part of a team. Outside of Black Ops Gulf War, sources, I cannot read today, also revealed that it's likely the series could lean into a more open world campaign over linear moving forward. Oh my God. Translation, if this game sells well, you're gonna get 10 more open world Call of Duties. Call of Duty 2025, codenamed Saturn, which currently doesn't have an assigned leading developer, is also pitched to have an open world campaign, with its map being separated into several different biomes and locations. While the pitch for the game is very much in flux due to its early development, it was said that the campaign's shift from linear to open world is primarily based on streamlining development over anything else, but whether this changes or not by release is unclear. I don't know, man. How y'all feel about more open world Call of Duty potentially? Keep in mind this is just a rumor, none of it's confirmed. I'm good off this. I feel like Call of Duty's bread and butter is it's a spectacle, set pieces, and it used to have good storylines. Just write a good story. Just write a good story or take a fucking break. If you can't write a good story, take a break. What are we gonna do in this open world, you know? How is this gonna be different from Modern Warfare 3? The way open world games work is you have to have something in there to do it. Third person open world games work because there's a bunch of like NPCs and shit like in the city. I don't see us walking around in a city in Call of Duty because it's a war game, right? So you can't put a bunch of NPCs. So then what you have is an open world that's most likely going to be desolate. It's going to be something like Far Cry 5. So it's like you can't put interesting NPCs in there. All you can do is sprinkle enemies around the map. So I'm going to predict this is going to play like Far Cry. It's going to be enemy bases around the map. You might have to climb a tower, use a sniper, do a 360 spin of the map. The only other thing I could see happening is maybe it becomes Call of Duty becomes the next what's that joint called? Tom Clancy's what was Future Soldier? My brain is fucking fried right now. What was the series with Future Soldier in it? No, not SOCOM, not Splinter Cell. Ghost Recon. Yeah, Ghost Recon. I could see maybe them taking a Ghost Recon approach. But then if you take a Ghost Recon approach where it's like very co-op based and stealthy, it's no longer Call of Duty. Well, if they took a stealthy approach to the open world, but then once you get to like a certain area, it becomes more linear, then it could work. They could take that route. But then I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of Wildlands. I like Ghost Recon, Future Soldier, and then Advanced Warfighter. I wasn't a big fan of Wildlands. I don't know. Did y'all like Wildlands? And then what was that other one? That one sucked. Breaking Point? Ghost Recon Breaking Point sucked. I didn't like that shit. They had us on an island that was snowing and had a volcano and like thunder everywhere and shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, nigga, am I fighting Zeus? I didn't like that shit. I still play Wildlands. It pisses me off. Yeah, I prefer Advanced Warfighter and Future Soldier than anything. I don't know. It'd be I'll keep an open mind, but I'm not gonna lie. It just feels like they need to take a break. What's the point of Microsoft purchasing Activision if you guys gonna keep doing this shit? Make a new game, my nigga. I only wanted to play the Predator mission. I'm not gonna lie. Out of context, Absmooth, that sounds crazy. Yeah, I only wanted to play the Predator. That sounds crazy. Oh shit. Big changes coming to Apex. Anybody care? Anybody care? Hold up. I know I put the patch notes. For season 20, they are revamping the whole game. He said, fuck Apex. Yeah, I know we put the link there. For season 20, they completely revamped the Liza Phil. Only Beezy. Legend upgrades. Introducing the Legend upgrade system. An in-match progression system that deepens the Apex Legends Battle Royale experience by allowing you to tailor your legend to your playstyle. This new feature will restart each match, giving you the opportunity to try out different upgrades for size. Basically, they're going to have a perk system. Earning Evo will now level up your legend over the course of the game, improving your armor tier and unlocking unique upgrade sections at level 2 and 3. Choose wisely as your decision can impact your whole squad's strategy. Legend upgrades and Evo changes will be limited to Battle Royale modes and Breakout. Stay tuned for the patch notes on that. Body shields are no longer a loot item and won't be found on the ground in Battle Royale. I'm not gonna lie, these are some crazy challenges. Somebody in the chat just said Apex Legends 2. I'm not gonna lie. These changes are big enough to where they could call it that. You no longer are looting shields. Everybody gets a white tee and it just upgrades. Instead, all legends have inherited. This shit got more changes than Overwatch 2. Fuck that game. Legends have inherited legend armor that increases incapacity permanently as they level up. Legend armor is fueled by, and like the crazy part, I just started reading this article. This shit has more new content, jokes aside, than Overwatch 2. Honestly, stop playing that game. Overwatch community, come on over here, grow a backbone. The legend armor is fueled by shield core, which contains the current shield HP. Shield cores can be swapped or dropped at any time with previous armor systems. However, fallen enemies will now drop shield cores in their death boxes. So basically like energy for your shield, I guess. Overcharge. Picking up a higher level shield core would temporarily overcharge your armor. Interesting. Adding extra shield health that can be held for 30 seconds. Yeah, this, I'm not gonna lie, this is a completely different game. This might actually, hey, you in the chat? I didn't actually read these patch notes until now. You in the chat still, Siggy? You wanna try this shit? I feel like I need a multiplayer game. I seen Nicewig tweet that this is a game changer. Let me see, let me find his Twitter. You know, that nigga, Nicewig. He said, let's go. Like, I might try it for like one day, just to see. He's a prominent Apex creator. What did he say? I had the chance to playtest season 20. Most changes ever in a season to characters, meta, etc. Now, I know I've said this before, but this could be the one. Will definitely change the game forever. Like I said, based off what I read already, this is a game changer. I'll be going live to talk about it soon. And I mean, I've watched this dude. He kind of just minds his own business. So like, I'll take his word for it. Like, he's not like, he doesn't like say inflammatory shit all the fucking time. You should search Girl on Twitter. She even follows you. She's such a really cool content. I already follow her. Girl? Yeah, I know who she is. She's cool. She's really good at the game. And if he says it's big, my question is, he didn't say whether or not that's good or bad. He just said that this game is definitely different. Earning Evo. Players will earn Evo points from many core actions like dealing damage that help you succeed in Battle Royale, with some actions also rewarding Evo to the whole squad. Oh, wow. So you'll be rewarded for being a team player by upgrading everybody's shield. So it sounds like basically any positive thing you do in the game, because you'll get shield points for damage, knockdown assists, finishers, care packages, squad wipes, revives. Yeah, basically anything positive you do in this game will give you shield. This is a completely different game. Now I'm kind of halfway interested. Next Tuesday we'll definitely see what I feel like this is a make or break moment for Apex, because I've been saying like Apex is dead for me. This is a make or break moment. Like they're throwing a Hail Mary here. People are either gonna love or hate this shit. Watch, and I'm calling it. They're gonna either love or hate this shit. Yeah, more team base. Evil harvesters will be randomly spawned on every BR map with a delayed activation during the first ring, allowing players to loot up before seeking them out. Any squad member can interact with them to award a large amount of Evo. So you'll get rewarded for exploring the map. No more camping. Also, you know what this does? This change does? Not only no more camping, but there's no more excuse for everybody's gonna have a red shield, basically. This is it promotes gun skill more. I kind of like that. Evo caches. Evo caches are the new rare loot item that contains raw Evo and will award a full level when collected. Ranked Reloaded. We are passionate about delivering the world's most fun and rewarding shooter. Yeah, whatever. What are the changes? With the launch of Breakout, we've decided to make a series of changes which members of the Apex faithful will find familiar. The level requirement is going back down to 20, and splits will be returning, which means that the season reset will be as well. Each player will start at 1 RP with the launch of Breakout. There'll also be a quick split reset, which drops your ranking by 6 divisions. Players will receive a ranked tier badge for the highest rank they've achieved at the end of the season across all platforms. Transparent scoring. Scoring will be moved to a more transparent model to that of past seasons, placing a heavier emphasis on eliminations over placements. All you niggas that camp to masters are about to get exposed. That's the reason I stopped playing. I didn't like that shit. Your hidden skill ranking will have no influence on either matchmaking or scoring. The bonus system has also been updated to provide more insight, and player rankings will now be visible. We'll also be returning to an improved ranked point system. With these changes, this also means that the entry cost will return to 20 RP per tier, starting at silver. Elimination scoring. Elimination scoring continues scaling with placement. The value of each elimination will increase the higher your team places. There will be no hard cap placed on the number of eliminations a player will be scored, or nor the amount of points gained from them. Instead, eliminations after the 6 will be worth half of their value. So it's going to reward you for being aggressive and tearing up the whole map. I see that as being a good thing. This should help get rid of campers. In theory, you never know until you see it in practice. There are a couple key bonuses that we can call out. Let's see. So 2-match streak plus 10 RP. So basically, you get rewarded for basically playing well over a period of time. We'll be making matchmaking based on RP values as closely as possible. Yeah, we get it. Tier structure. Nah, I don't care. New mixtape map. New map, Thunderdome. Performance mode. 120 hertz. Oh my god. Yes. 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 It's all the nerds. I can finally fine tune my monitor. Let's crank up the monitor to maximum hertz, baby. Ah! Tags in the retirement of clubs. We'll retire in clubs, and nobody was using that shit. Are you gonna watch the Final Fantasy State of Play today? I didn't know there was one. When is it? 5th anniversary collection event and new LTM modes. I don't care. Interesting changes. When is this shit supposed to drop? Apex Season 20 release date February 13th. Let me put that in the calendar. Let's see. Apex update. February 13th. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see, and then state. I didn't know there was a state. Why is it not typing? What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with Google? Is my shit locked up? Shit, lock the fuck up. Let's see, state of play, February 6th. What up, Zero Blaze? Shout out to you with the sub. It starts at 3:30 p.m. PST. Okay. Yeah, I'll watch it. It'll be about 20 minutes. Yeah, we'll watch it. I didn't know it's. Cool. All right, so we'll watch that at 3:30. Is that all the news we got? No, we got to hop in the sub box. Let's hop in the sub box. I didn't even go into Google Home. Let's go into Google Home. Oh, Google News. Did you beat Suicide Squad yet? Nah, I didn't. That's on. My goal is to beat it this week. My goal is to beat it this week because it's only 10 to 15 hours. Enjoy this. Oh, jeez Louise. Did I miss the Xbox Copium session? You did. It'll be on YouTube. Big Fry session. Let's see. I don't care about that. Xbox fans and creators are having a really bad time. The fact that most people are picking this news up is fucking funny. Mortal Kombat 1 Peacemaker DLC gets official release date. Is there a trailer? If there's not a trailer, I ain't gonna play this shit. Man, fuck this game, bro. Goofy ass game, nigga. We playing Tekken. Fuck you, Mortal Kombat fans, bro. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about these niggas, bro. Let me tell you about these niggas, bro. Mortal Kombat 1 comes out. What did I tweet? This game feels undercooked. It's lacking a lot of content. It doesn't even have private lobbies. Mortal Kombat fans was defending the fuck. It does have private lobbies. You just got to play King of the Hill. Dead game. We've moved on to Tekken. We've moved on. This is what happens when you kiss corporations' asses. You should have been vocal about what's wrong with the game. Now you ain't got one. I don't care about none of that. Skull and Bones is Ubisoft's biggest open world. Who gives a fuck? Bunch of water. What is there to do in the game? Capcom asked players if they want sequels to Okami, Dead Rising, Mega Man, and more. Not really. Well, Okami was cool. I take that back. But big patch for Enshrouded. I don't care. I got a package in the mail. Just beat the shit out of a King player online. I'm satisfied for the day. I keep saying I'm going to sit down and pick him up. Helldivers 2, PS5 trophies. A bunch of uninteresting shit. Let's go to the sub box. You know JG streaming Onimusha. You know it. Let's see. Knights Within. Classified France 44. Skull and Bones official launch trailer. Clem, Blockbuster Inc., Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. Don't care. Dice folks, things are getting dicey. I never get tired of watching Kings. Drake dropped something? Nah. Yeah, he dropped something, and unfortunately I saw it. I'm telling you right now, Drake started trending last night before I went to bed, and I clicked his name because it was trending #1. I'm telling y'all right now, I thought the same thing, Chaos. I was like, oh, did he drop some new music? Do not click Drake's name on Twitter to see why he's trending. You've been warned. You've been warned. When I saw it was the very first thing that popped up, by the way. You don't even have to search hard. The video's everywhere. And when I saw it, I thought two things. First, what the fuck? And then two, the comedian, you know, the jokester in me also thought, if you've seen him, if you know what I'm talking about, the jokester in me also thought, I'm like, how old is Drake? Drake is 37 years old. The troll and the comedian in me also thought, I'm like, yo, this nigga's 37. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it if you haven't seen it. This is why you shouldn't click it. Don't click Drake trending on Twitter because there's a video that leaked of his dick. This nigga's pushing 40. And I saw the video, and the first thing I thought is, ugh, nigga. But then the second, I'm like, yo, this nigga's pushing 40. Why did you get a dick video leaked on the internet? Like, part of it is funny to me. I'm just like, dude, you're a little too old for this. Like, grow up. This goes back to what I said. It goes back to what I said about All the Dogs album. If you listen to it, you got a grown-ass man that's 40 years old complaining that his 25-year-old girlfriend is not as mature as him. Just saying shit that sounds very childish to me. And I'm just like, I'm listening to it and I'm like, I think I'm getting a little too old for this. Cause I'm like, when are you gonna grow up, my nigga? And then this comes out and I'm just like, it's one of those cases of you either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. It's better to go out. Matt Pat is smart. It's better to go out on top. And it's just like, I saw that video. I'm just like, you're a little too old for that, my boy. This man's a grandpa getting his meat exposed. It's just like, I don't know. New Ethos video drop. Ronan, I'm not looking at that WWE trailer. Ronan, I'm not looking at it. Hulk Hogan says, nigga, I don't support that. I want to see them sweaty ass niggas. Random, but I was wondering how you deal with negativity that comes your way. I don't really care, man. I don't really care what people think of me. Like, if you fuck with me, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. Like, it doesn't affect the way I view myself. You see what I'm saying? Also, I never forget at the end of the day. Here's a better answer. A reason a lot of negativity doesn't bother me is because at the end of the day, what I do is I talk about and I play video games. If you hate me for that, that's more of a you problem. That's something wrong with them internally. So it's like, that's why I don't personally care, because a lot of it is projection. Like, bro, at the end of the day, it's just fucking video games. That's exactly why I was clowning the Xbox fanboys earlier. I'm like, these niggas they went to GameStop to sell their Xbox. Like, what? That's crazy. Anyways, I can tell not much bothers you these days. Also, I live a comfortable life, so that's another thing too. Like, niggas can say whatever they want about you. My rent is paid. I'm good. I'm good. And then also, you got to keep in mind too, people are sheep. We're going on a tangent. People are sheep. Like, if I have a video that pops off tomorrow and goes like super viral, and then my views go up exponentially, there will be a lot of people that will come in my Twitch stream and be on my YouTube channels just dick munching me. I love you, bro. I always knew you could do it. And you can't get mad at that shit. You have to charge it to the game because people are sheep. A lot of people will like you because a lot of people like you. There are going to be people who genuinely like you. That's why I said I got some new sauce that I'm coming up with. I'm still experimenting it, but there's certain things I'm only giving that to the Discord, the actual supporters. But you can't even get mad at that shit. It's because most people are sheep. I'm trying to get that mindset, honestly. You'll get there. You'll get there. So yeah, that's why I don't take none of this shit personally, because at the end of the day, I'm just talking about video games. Like, bro, you want me to die? Because I've had niggas tell me I should die because I didn't like Destiny. Why would I get mad at that? I'm like, bro, that sounds like you need therapy. Like, I'm getting money. My girl pretty. Who give a fuck, bro? Anyway, yo, let's get back to this gaming news, bro. Let's get back to this gaming news. Who gives a fuck, bro? Who gives a fuck? Nights Within. What the fuck is this? The Nights Within. I'm not gonna lie, this shit look ass. Dynasty Warriors third-person shooter edition. Procedurally hack and slash shooter roguelike. Looks pre-alpha. Yeah, it looks like something I'm not buying. That's what it looks like. I'm getting money and my girl pretty. It don't get realer than that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll add one more thing into it too. You know why a lot of stuff doesn't bother me? I can't stress this enough. I've never wanted to be famous. I know that sounds crazy in the field that I'm in, but I've never wanted to be famous. I like my privacy. Whatever little privacy I have, when I cut the camera off, that's why I don't talk to you niggas, bro. I don't sit in Discord all day. I don't tweet all day. I do genuinely, my personality is really weird. I genuinely do love entertaining and teaching people things that I've learned. But I also do, when I'm ready for my privacy, I'm ready for it. I have no desire to be, that shit is lame. I don't know why people want to be famous. So like for me, I got the aspect that I was looking for, which is financial stability. So when somebody says that like you're not popular, like I laugh because nigga, I never wanted to be I never wanted to be popular. Like I've said this plenty of times on stream. I never want to be Kai Cenat. I don't want to be Ninja. I don't want to be Pokey. Would I like to grow a little bit more? Sure. But like, if I ever get to a point where like I'm averaging like 2,000 to 5,000 concurrent viewers on stream, like I'm cool with that. Like I don't need 30,000 niggas watching me. Cause let me tell you what comes with that, bro. When you got 30,000, 40,000, 100,000 people watching you at once, they're going to break down everything you say, take everything out of context. And a small example of that is what happened with G4. When when Frost went on that rant, people were pulling up old clips of me and taking things completely out of context to try to paint a narrative. And that's what comes with fame. I don't like that shit. The media will try to twist your shit. YouTubers will try to twist your shit. I'm not a big fan of that shit. And the worst part is the things that they tried to twist. Like I remember they made a video. I saw several people make a video about one of my old shit I don't like videos. And in one of the old videos, I made a joke about how like a lot of white lesbians look like Barney Rubble. That joke is funny. I stand on that shit. That shit is fucking, it's funny. It's funny. It does not mean I hate lesbians, but the shit is funny. A lot of white lesbians look like Barney Rubble. Fucking Ellen DeGeneres, okay? They took that clip, several channels, and they were like, look, he doesn't like LGBTQ people, da-da-da-da-da-da. They created this false narrative about it. True story. I told Frost the joke behind the scenes. We were on set shooting a video. I told her the joke and she fucking laughed. I went to her because like on some man shit, I was like, I just want you to know there are clips coming out and they're trying to paint a picture. And I was like, I told her and she fucking laughed. She didn't care because it was fucking funny, bro. But like, that's an example of like when people are like, oh, you're not popular. Nigga, I don't care if I'm not the most popular person in the room. Long as I can pay my bills, I really don't give a fuck, dog. And then when kids come into play one day, because you know, I got good genetics. Grandpa had 18 kids. My father had 5. I know I'm a shooter. I know. There's other reasons I know too, but anyways, when kids come into play, I don't want the motherfuckers on the camera unless at some point they decide they want to do that shit. I don't want my family on. This is the life that I chose. So it's like, I don't want, you said 18. I'm sorry. Yes. I come from a big Mexican family, even though I'm Dominican, fake Dominican. My grandpa had 18 children. My father is the youngest of 18. I made it because I see him in the chat. I made a joke to Flock because my father is from Chicago, from the South Side. If anybody in the chat is from the South Side of Chicago, I'm not going to tell you my last name, but there is a high probability you know somebody that's related to me because my grandpa had 18 children. I think it was like 12 or 13 girls and then like 8 or 5 or 6 boys or something like that. They all got kids. I got a gazillion cousins, dog. And then my cousins all have kids. So if you're from the south side of Chicago, you most likely know somebody who's related to me, jokes aside. So yeah. But you gotta keep in mind my grandpa's from that era where you could work in a steel mill and pay for 18 kids. So my mom and the youngest of 15, and I get it. My family is he said, let me find out we cousins. It could be. My family is so big that like there's been moments. I'm going on a whole tangent. I'm off the juice today. My family is so big. There's moments where I didn't meet some of my I haven't met a lot of my family because my family's so fucking big. There's been times where like I've had cousins reach out to me. And you know how they say when you get like famous, you're gonna have cousins reach out to you. So you should watch for that shit. I've had moments where like cousins have reached out to me and I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of my face. And they actually turn out later to actually be my cousin. Like that's how big my family is because I've never met these people. I'm like, oh, like so yeah, I said, dude, this nigga said my grandpa was the Genghis Khan of Chicago. That's fucking funny, bro. That is fucking funny, dude. But like for me, it's like, yo, if I never personally met you, I don't know you, nigga. Like there's literally been moments where I call my mom and dad. I'm like, yo, you know this nigga? They'll be like, oh yeah, that's such and such's kid. I'm like, they love that you do YouTube and they just wanted to get to know you because you're related. Like they don't want nothing. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like the worst case was I had a cousin. I think he was like 10 at the time, and I just ignored him. And I guess he got really butthurt about that shit. And then my mom was like, nah, he's actually your cousin. Cause the little nigga plays Fortnite and shit. I'm like, I don't know this nigga, bro. You got to be careful who you talk to. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, you have to understand, bro. Like motherfuckers is weird and shit, bro. There's no handouts over here. Yeah. Your grandpa's inspirational for real, trying to be like him. So yeah. So like I said, when family comes into play one day, which I'm not saying it's tomorrow, whenever that comes into play, like this fame shit is lame. I'm not gonna show my kids on the fucking internet for clout and shit. I'm not watching that Winnie the Pooh blood and honey shit, nigga. We watching Classified France 1944.
16. We are in occupied France.
I'm from Georgia, but we might be cousins.
Outmanned.
Jokes aside, I have a lot of family in Georgia, specifically Atlanta. If you're from Atlanta, you might know some of my family too, because a portion of that Chicago family moved to Atlanta, and now I got a lot of cousins there too.
Outgunned, but the enemy's strength blinds them.
Oh hell no! Hell no! SOCOM World War II. Blizzy could be your cousin. He could be. The Earth needs more people like you nowadays. We got celebrities deactivating their social media accounts for receiving death threats. I don't know if I agree with that argument. And the reason being is, Ronan, it's not your place to tell people how to feel. You got to understand, this is something that I picked up as I got younger. Just because I'm good at dealing with bullshit that I get from whatever little clout that I have doesn't mean the next man is. And they shouldn't have to be like, I mean, that's the beauty of humanity. Everybody's different. So like for you to say to somebody, oh, just because you got a death threat, you shouldn't deactivate your shit. Like that's not your place to say that. Like some people handle things differently. Like it hits them a little bit harder. I think the better answer would be niggas need to stop death threatening people. Like TBH, I said younger. Whatever, dude. Anyways, but yeah, it's not your place to tell people how to feel about shit, dog. You gotta let that go. My fault. I meant older. Skull and Bones official launch trailer. Who's ready for the launch? Who's ready for the beta? Day one purchase.
Oppressed by the fat cats and rich.
If they actually have sensitive info, that would be more serious than to ignore. Yeah, because like, yeah, you never know. It could start off as death threats and then it gets worse. It's not your place. I've seen like a lot of like female streamers, they deal with stalkers. I've dealt with stalkers in the past. I've had people get my information to the point where I've had to threaten them on stream. That nigga left me alone afterwards, but most of them would just be yapping. I've had stalkers get some of my family's information. I've had to like call them. It's not your place to tell my mother and father how to react. But listen, you can come over here with that shit if you want to. I just called my dad. I was just like, look, weird ass niggas got your information. You know what my dad said? Y'all niggas can mess with my family if you want to. First of all, a lot of my family is ghetto. Second, my father was in the military and he got a gun collection. I was like, just a heads up, some stalker claims they got your information. If a weird ass nigga come around the house, you already know what time it is. Come on over here if you want to. Come on over here. Motherfuckers, and they live down south. They reserve the right to defend themselves. That nigga knows how to shoot. Big Moist was annoying. Yeah, Big Moist was annoying. He didn't personally annoy me, but I know he was annoying in the chat for like the viewer that was just trying to watch. All over video games. Yeah, all over video games. This is not doing anything for me. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to the 600 people we got in here. Yo, the numbers is going crazy today, man. I appreciate y'all. I have a feeling the numbers are about to go crazier too when I execute on my next plan. I'm not gonna lie, man. Who gives a fuck? Let's see, dice, folks. The ban me pussy was the funniest shit. Yeah, I'm ready for this game. Are you being serious, Zuri? Are you actually looking forward to what about Skull and Bones? What about Skull and Bones? Is exciting you? Oh fuck no, bro. If they don't get this Neopets ass game, this fucking Club Penguin ass Flash game, get the fuck out of here. Hell nah. Oh shit. Nightingale Division 2 official year 5. Who the fuck is playing that? Foam Stars. Oh shit. Atomic Heart DLC. We don't care. Mini clip ass shit. Helldivers story. I don't care. Here we go. Man, you know, for shits and giggles for Ronan, just for you, we'll pull the trailer up. Bluey season 3 episode 35. Smoochie Kiss. I'm subscribed to Disney Junior. When did I subscribe to this channel? I must have subscribed to this for Aki and forgot. Is this the 24/7 Bluey channel? They got 24/7 Bluey? Yeah, it is. This is one of those live channels. That's what it is. Yeah, 24/7 Bluey. That's why I subscribed to them. You got kid allegations on you? Nah. I be playing this shit. For those of you unaware, they have 24/7 channels for like kids and shit. That nigga likes Bluey. Because for those of you unaware, Bluey is the only cartoon. Because you know dogs only can perceive dogs are not colorblind. They can only perceive certain colors. Bluey's entire show is designed so that dogs can actually see it. So a lot of times, if your dog is rambunctious, put Bluey on the TV and it might calm them down because they can actually understand it. So yes, that little nigga likes that show. That's why Bluey's game of the year, because he leaves me alone. Here we go. WWE, Sweaty Man, Hulk Hogan dropping in bombs. Oh, really? Interesting. Yep. The more you know.
Remember this moment.
There he is. You niggas that's in the back of the stadium, you better listen and you better listen well.
How will it end?
Hell yeah, brother.
We decide.
40 years of WrestleMania. Legacy. During Black History Month, man.
We've been knocked down before.
They got sweaty women too. Yeah, I'm good off that.
We've been knocked down before.
Some of y'all, some of the shit I be seeing on Twitter, you think is be getting extra hyped off these fucking wrestling chicks. Oh, she's so sexy. I don't know, the way my brain works, I'm like, bruh, y'all be getting excited off that sweaty crotch, bruh. What the fuck? I'm not saying they're not pretty. I just like, I don't know. Like, I just be mad. Like, I wish she would wrestle with me. Why? Like a hard pass. Huh? Jade Cargill moves mountains. I don't know who the fuck that is, but I'll take your word for it. Steve wants a takedown from Jade. There you go, Ronan. Just for you. Why? And then what is the animation on? This is disrespectful. First of all, why? 2, why? What's that? What is that? You're gonna put Ali, one of the greatest boxers of all time, in a wrestling game, and then you don't even properly animate him. That's not how a boxer punch. This nigga said, hold up. He said, ah! He said, ah! That's how a nigga who can't fight punches. Hell nah. Hey, I hope there's better animations. Nah, I'll get off that. Come on, Ronan. You hyped off of that? They disrespected that nigga's legacy in the UFC. Now they disrespecting in the WWE. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Where's Xavier Wood at? Shout out to him. Let's see. Nightingale.
Walker,
What up, Ace?
and full of
What is this? Powerbomb from the greatest of all time. Graphics looking. Ooh. Is this shit in 4K? Yeah, this shit in 4K. This look kind of crispy. What is this? The portals are opening. February 20th. We not playing this because I think that's the same day. When does Final Fantasy Rebirth come out? It might be the 29th. Yeah, we ain't playing this game.
save yourself, survive the realms, and rebuild all that has been lost.
Pretty game. I don't know what kind of game this is though. Watch the latest trailer of Nightingale for another look of the upcoming PvE survival crafting game. No.